Hello, everyone. This is Crystal with We Are Magic, and this is another podcast episode coming live from the Heights in New York City. You may hear some shenanigans. I started recording late, which is why we're going to have this podcast. I have been suffering lately from a depressive episode, or as they say in the spiritual community, a low vibration. So I don't know what planetary shenanigans are going. I have co-star, I have the pattern. I know the pattern is telling me my timing is I am supposed to be in a relationship with somebody, starting a relationship, or meeting a destined partner. And I'm in a space in my life where I love my solitude. I love being by myself. I love my freedom. I love not answering to people. Why haven't you called me back? Where have you been? You know, I've done a lot of healing, and I could test the theory of how healed I am when it comes to that situation, but you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is how I feel, right? So I don't know if I'm ready for all of that yet. And it's so funny. If you have the app, The Pattern, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. For those who don't have it, download that shit. It won't tell you what planetary shenanigans are going on. That's how you can just Google and look stuff up. I got some cool stuff coming up, so I'm super excited. I've been through all the tower moments and yuck, don't want to do that anymore. So I'm trying to learn from my lessons, okay? Now, I'm in New York City. They don't care if it's a holiday or any type of thing like that. I started off late doing this podcast because I was super struggling this morning to even get out of bed. And I'm usually up and about by 5 o'clock. I mean, I'm up and about. Like, I've already had my coffee, meditated, planned my day. Sometimes I've already done videos by 5 o'clock because I'm the type of person, I just want to get it done, because I suffer from procrastination like most humans. And the reason why we procrastinate is not that we're lazy. We're overwhelmed and stressed with what needs to be done. Even if you're the type of person that A, B, C, you got an agenda, you're writing everything down, you're doing all the things to make your life flow as easily as possible, we will all get overburdened at one point in time. It just depends on how you have developed your character. You're not born with confidence, okay? You gotta develop that stuff. You're not born, I know Virgos are out here like this, but you're not born structured and organized. You develop that over time, or you learn that. And I've noticed, I used to have a set schedule, and I think this is why my emotions are so out of whack. When I was in my 20s, I'm 46 now. When I was in my 20s, I used to wake up every morning at 5 o'clock. Had all my workout done, day set and everything. And I felt great when I did that. And then life happened and relationships started happening in my life. And then, they would have problems with me working out early in the morning because it disrupted them. And for 11 years and more than that, I say about 15 years, I stopped doing early workout routines. And I think this is like a real life thing. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm having an aha moment. I need to get a routine. I need to get back into it. And I know a lot of people go with routines, but if you wake up with something to look forward to, even if it's something like exercising, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, I'm sore. It's giving you some type of purpose to wake up to. And I know they say you can establish a routine, like where it's just science in your brain, where you have to do this every day, no matter what. Is it 60 days? Or maybe off, I'm not sure. But I know if I'm at least doing yoga every day, I don't have to kill myself. And and yoga's hard. Yoga is strength training and stretching. It's more than just being pretty and stuff. It's Shiva created yoga. So like, you really gotta focus and breathe. And by the time it's over with, some people feel liberated. I'm over there like I've done aerobics. You're like, what's aerobics? Shut up. High intense training where I have to get my heart rate going. I just feel like I've been wearing myself out. So, but I woke up really not wanting to do this, not wanting to show up for today. And I blow people's mind, especially the ones that know me since I was little, because I used to be very, very shy. And it's hard to believe. Still am. I am still an introvert. I would rather stay in the house than go anywhere. I'm still that person. But you know why I force myself out? Because hiding is not going to solve anything. Hiding from life is not going to fix anything in my life. If anything, it's going to make me withdraw even more. So we don't want to do that. I just push myself. I push myself. I don't succumb to my emotions to the point where I give up on life. Yes, when you have burnout, when you're tired, when your body is just wanting to shut down, listen to it. Don't push yourself then. Your body has a way, or your brain has a way to say, hey, that's enough. You're pushing us too hard. You won't hear my bones pop. You're pushing us a little too hard. It's time for some downtime. It's time for some me time. It's time for some you time. Feeling sorry for yourself and like, I hate my life, F my life, and laying around. I see things flying around my room. Saying things like that and just going with it, being a crybaby, being selfish, and self-love is not selfish. You know what I'm talking about when I say selfish. Like me, pity party type stuff is not a vibe. It is not the moves. And I operated like that for a very, very long time. And I'm not going back to that. And I laid around in my bed. Now, I went to sleep late, I try to be in bed by 10. I function better by 10 o'clock. If I can get in bed by 9, that'd be even better. But you're like, Crystal, why are you going to bed so early? So, because I have the whole day. If I can wake up between 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and just bust everything out and get everything, you know how perfect my day is and everything's so efficient. Everything's operating in the daytime. Stuff closes down at night. There's ways where we can work around our life to where it benefits us and it doesn't hurt us. We got to do what's best for us. We can't do what everybody else does, okay? But we can definitely take notes and sprinkle them into our life to where it will resonate more with us. Just like when I say, when you're writing down your new laws for your life or your intentions or what you're trying to manifest into your life, you don't have to look. You can look at someone else's stuff on YouTube, a podcast or whatever, and get some ideas on what's best for your life. But definitely write down what comes from your heart center and what your desires are and what you want for your life. That's what's going to work for you. And just like showing up when you don't want to show up, when you're depressed, your cup is empty. It's not even half empty or half full. It is empty. This is the time where you spoil the fuck out of yourself, and not in a selfish way. Like, meditate. We have really got to jot that down, and we got to do that when we wake up. We have got to set our intentions for the day, and then we got to clear our mind out, and we got to meditate and just listen to what our higher self or God, ancestors, whoever you resonate with the most, source, you got to whoever you resonate with most. You've got to listen to your inner wisdom, your inner guide, to see what messages they have for you. See meditation as dreaming, but you're awake. You're going into a dream state, but you're conscious. So it's like lucid, but you're consciously observing. That's meditation. You're conscious. They'll tell you, oh, you got to clear your mind. You can't think of nothing. You can't be nothing. You got to detach. At first, that's how you do it. To properly meditate, it's deep breathing to where you get oxygen back to your brain, because we are so shallow breathing people. I mean, I've barely breathed during this podcast, okay? But and you bring it all the way to the top and you see how much air I just went. Get all the oxygen out of your lungs. And you do that for like 5 minutes. Keep breathing. Do it during break during the day when you're at work and you need to go on like a 15-minute break because of the law, and you're supposed to be having at least 2 15-minute breaks. Take time, take 5 minutes out of that little 15 minutes take 5 minutes to do some deep breathing, intention exercises. And as you're breathing, think about what you want for your life. Cheat code. I'm gonna do that with you, okay? So I think we really need to do a challenge where we're gonna call it the Mindfulness Challenge, where we implement some type of physical activity every freaking day of our life. Every day, not 5 days a week. Not that we gotta establish a routine. Like I said, you know how in my other video where I say I manifest everything I want in 3 days. I manifest anything I want in 3 days or less. Only my positive thoughts manifest. I've been saying that so much in my head that it will just pop up for no reason. I'm gonna be thinking about it. I'm like, that's how you do it. That's what they're not teaching us. Like, you gotta feel it, you gotta believe it, and you gotta know. Like, these are computers. And they have been programmed wrong. Not for your benefit, for their benefit. Be a nice little good slave and work and pay your taxes and feed the machine. But you are the co-creator or / creator, main character in your existence with your higher self. So what you want to do, embody your higher self, become your higher self. For one, quit looking at your higher self like something outside of you. It is not. It is you, boo-boo. The character you're playing is who you are now. That's the character you're playing. Embody your higher self is my number one most important advice ever, okay? That is your supreme consciousness. That is the person that's telling you. Can say God, whatever you gotta do. Ancestors, spirit guides, whatever you got. You are your ancestors, honey. I mean, you are the embodiment. You are the whole particle composition of your ancestors, creating one beautiful little flesh being right now. So you can say things like this: as I feed my body, I also feed my ancestors. As I drink this water, I replenish my ancestors. It's everything is intention. Mind is all. Mind is the most important thing. So that's what I'm saying. Higher self is the most important thing. Second most important thing, honoring your ancestors, which is who you are. Third most important thing, taking care of yourself. Because if you have your higher self with you and your ancestors and your guides are working with you, they will not leave you alone. They're not going to leave you alone. You will hear consciously, sometimes audibly, depends on how aware or open you are, of what they need for you to do. For you, for your highest good. That's why they're here. They're here to support you, right? So those 3 steps is the first main thing. So what we're going to set an intention right now. You're going to do this with me. We're going to tell our guides, and we'll speak as my highest self. As my highest self, embodying this body, I want to take care of it. I want to honor this body because this is the vehicle that I need to live on this planet, okay? To live in this lifetime, to enjoy all the human perks, okay? Not just working every day and paying taxes or, paying all the bills or hearing my bones pop on a podcast mic. I want to live my best life. So we have to start setting the intention of that. So you're going to use, what your ancestors and spirit guides are here for. They're like, we're just sitting around like this. What do you need from us? We're just going to sit here and watch you cry? We're going to sit here and watch you feel sorry for yourself? They're there. They have the ancient ancestral wisdom. Right now we have the Maya illusion. Not just the Maya illusion, we have the Matrix illusion where we're limited, we're human. Fear, God, hell, jail. We have all these things, right? So, Control Alt Delete that shit. Reboot this hardware, this beautiful brain that I call a supercomputer, and reprogram your life for success, as I am doing. Told you I'm not going to talk about stuff that I'm not doing. I'm not going to get on here for views and for subscribers and followers and lie. I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to only speak what works for me. And what works for me is going back to the basics before life happened, before narcissistic abuse happened in my life by the men that I allowed. See, that's me taking my power back. I allowed them to do that. I allowed them to hurt me, okay? Because I had the power all along to walk the way, and I did. And I'm tired of giving these non-playable characters a part in my beautiful reality movie. You don't deserve to be in my movie. And that's just not men or relationships, that's friendships too. Listen to your intuition. When your intuition is telling you don't trust that person, you're not being paranoid, especially if it's incessant. Because I had to cut off someone that I love this girl with all my soul. Like, her and I have the same oversoul. Let's put it that way. I had to cut her off. It's every Mercury retrograde. It never fails. If I don't cut them off before Mercury will make sure he cuts them off. Oh yes, they get exposed every time, and they get exposed to the utmost. It's hurtful, it's gutting. It's like they take my heart and they rip it on my chest, and they don't care. They don't care. Because they're part of the game I'm in. Right? Again, they don't care. Because they're part of the game I'm in. Right? Again, I'm the main character. I allow who stays and who goes. So I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for myself for the rest of my life, because I allowed myself to stay in an 11-year relationship that was abusive, not physically, but at times mentally and emotionally. All I'm saying is we have to take better care of ourselves. We cannot sit in stagnation, and we cannot sit in the wham, I hate my life, this isn't it. We got to take the steps. So right now, let's establish a routine with our ancestors. Let's thank them, because without them, we'd probably be worse off than where we are. Thank God, Goddess, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, Sacred Ones. Thank them for helping you on your journey in this life. And then you say, I need your help with helping me build a routine that's best for my life and for my highest good. And then you give them the ideas, and then get your notebook, write down. It's called, channeling. Listen to, ask them, what should I do? You sit there with your notebook in your hand and just write down whatever they say. Whatever that pops in your head, write it down, read it back, and go, okay. Because they know what's best for us. So my ancestors are to me right now, and they're telling me I have to go back to basics, which means I have to get back in the routine of taking care of myself. But I've got to establish this routine, and no matter how late I'm up, if anything, that will force me not to be staying up late, right? Especially if you get up after being up late, you're going to go to sleep early. Promise you. Your body's like, I can't do this no more. I just can't. So I need to get up. I need to work out. I need to take care of myself. I need to meditate. I need to set my intentions for today. I need to write. I haven't blogged. I have not blogged. I told you, I've been slacking because I've just been not wanting to do anything. And this is me being very transparent to you and telling you this is normal. The life coaches, the motivational speakers, we all go through burnout, and we all go through a depressive episode, because we're human and we have emotions, and they're real, and you've got to feel it to heal it. You can't ignore it. That's where the split personalities happen. This is when bipolar disorder happens. If you don't deal with your trauma head on, and you keep ignoring the pain and ignoring the symptoms, and hey, we're trying to get your attention, it's worse. So feel it to heal it. You cannot deny you have emotions. You gotta listen to them. And my emotions are telling me it's time to change my life and to let some stuff go, especially anger, resentment, and frustration from my past. 1 minute I'm like, oh, that chapter's closed, it's over with, and then some planetary shenanigans happen, and it's right back in my thoughts, and I'm not trying to think about the shit. I'm just trying to move on and live in New York and live my best life. But here we are, depressed, and I'm talking to you about it on a podcast. See what I'm saying? It's real. Emotions are real. What do you think vibration is? What do you think emotions are? It's energy in motion. Your vibration is your emotional body, your emotional energy. That's why I say, oh, your vibration's low, meaning you're depressed. Or your vibration's off, meaning you're angry, or I feel it, especially from empathic people. We can really, really feel people's emotions. I don't care how much you lie to us and say, no, I'm not upset. We feel it, okay? So quit saying that you don't have any emotions. Everyone has emotions. I don't care how you talk like this. I don't care how much you show don't. You have emotions. Honor them. They are source given to you for a reason, okay? So either you can vibrate here and attract the things you need, or you can vibrate in fear and anger and still attract the things you don't need or want. Manifestation and law of attraction applies, and assumption all apply no matter how you're feeling. Okay? So let's show up to glow up. Oh, what? What? Show up to glow up? Did I just do that? Yeah. Let's show up to glow up. Let's not give up. Let's keep pushing forward. We cannot be stopped. The only thing that's going to stop you is you. So what are you going to do about it? I know what I'm going to do. I'm saying this in front of you guys. I'm saying this in front of my ancestors, my spirit teams, as my higher self. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to lay in bed for an hour just thinking of all of the crap that I need to do. I need to get up and do it. Break this procrastination crap, okay? All right. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening and watching. I'm recording this for YouTube and for my podcast. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Happy 4th of July. I know the world's going to crap right now, but again, if we all learn to focus on what we need to fix about ourselves, be less of this and less, pointing the finger and judging, and none of us have our shit together. None of us do. And humans need to realize that before Gaia makes you realize it. So thank you so much for listening and watching, and let's take the steps to take care of our mental body and our emotional body. I love you so much. And remember, we are magic and we are one, and have a blessed week.